Hey there, thank you for tuning in again for another video on the 7 habits of highly effective people with me, the real Jason Duncan, and results through integrity. We're on week number 50. We're closing in on the end. We only have this video and 2 more left to go in the series on the 7 habits of highly effective people for 2020. I want to thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, for following me on LinkedIn or Instagram or both. Thank you for being here. It means a lot that I'm able to provide good, uplifting, beneficial content to people like you who are entrepreneurs, leaders, professionals in the business world. So thank you for being here. Now on with today's tip. Now we're on in the 7 habits of highly effective people. The 7th habit is sharpen your saw. And the context there is about these 2 guys in a tree cutting contest. One stopped every once in a while and sharpened his saw. The other one just plowed through all the trees all at once. And the one who stopped every once in a while and sharpened his saw was able, at the end of the time, was able to have cut more trees. Just like that, our lives need to be sharpened. We need to sharpen our minds, sharpen our faith, sharpen our physical body. There are things that we need to do to keep our saw sharp, so to speak. Well, the tip on week number 50 is develop your heart. This concept really is important because it gets to where we are inside, who we are as a person. On the front of the card, we're going through these little cards. If you haven't seen any of these other videos, go back and look at my series. The card says, choose one way to build your social/emotional capacity this week. And it gives 4 examples. Invite a friend to dinner, forgive someone, text or email a friend you haven't heard from lately. Now, I said it was going to be 4. It's actually 3, so my apologies. But here's what I want you to do. Think about that first one. Invite a friend to dinner. I know we're at the holiday seasons at the end of the year, and you're probably doing a lot of dinners, but have you really sat down one-on-one with a friend lately and had lunch or had dinner? Maybe it's time to invite him or her and their spouse over to your home for dinner and to really get to know each other. That will help develop your heart. What about the idea of forgiving someone? Unforgiveness is the bitter pill that we swallow hoping the other person experiences the pain. And in fact, that doesn't work. Is there someone out there that you need to forgive? Is there someone out there who's harmed you and you need to forgive them? Build your mental and emotional capacity this week. Develop your heart by forgiving that person. And then the 3rd tip is text or email a friend you haven't heard from in a while. Now, I actually put on my my weekly calendar rather, on Fridays to reach out to someone that I haven't talked to in a while. It's actually on my calendar. Now, some weeks I forget and I don't do it. But building your emotional and your emotional and social capacity means you have to connect with people. Those emotions and that social interaction requires connecting with other people. And perhaps you've been so isolated, so heads down on the work that you've been trying to accomplish over the last couple of weeks or months, you've forgotten that you have friends out there that would like to hear from you. Don't be the friend that never reaches out. You know, nobody likes that friend. Be the friend that reaches out and says hello every once in a while. If you flip the card over in the back, the ask yourself question says, who can I connect with this week? And it goes back to that thing I was just talking about. Who can you connect with this week? Is there someone out there that needs to hear from you, that would benefit from hearing your voice and seeing your face and being able to talk with you? Our emotional life is primarily, but not exclusively, developed through our relationships with other people. It's a good time of the year to really talk about this because we're going to be spending a lot of time with other people anyway. But don't forget this. Make sure that you build your social and emotional capacity, that you develop your heart by staying in contact with people, reaching out to friends you haven't heard from in a while, forgiving people that need forgiveness. The quote from Covey says, "To touch the soul of another human being is to walk on holy ground." I hope that this week you can walk on holy ground by touching the soul of another human being, forgiving them, reaching out to them, texting them, sending them a message, inviting them to dinner, and that will make all of us feel a lot better. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. And until then, remember, Jesus is King.